the day is finally here. We have Generative Fill in Photoshop. Well, almost. For now, it's still in Photoshop beta, but it is crazy exciting. So what we can do now is basically do inpainting and outpainting right within Photoshop. So Generative Fill is powered by Adobe Firefly, the generative AI tools from Adobe. And I'm not going to talk too much. I'm just going to show you what it does. And it is pretty exciting. I'm going to show you where you can find it. So basically everybody who is a Photoshop subscriber has also access to Photoshop beta. And you can access this here directly in your Creative Cloud. So usually you see this, you have all your applications. And then here on the left side, you have beta applications. You can just go ahead and download the Photoshop beta app. And then you already have access. That's all you need. Just a subscription to Photoshop. Yeah, let's jump right in. I am already in a Photoshop beta app. Now we do have a little new bar on the bottom, which is pretty cool. And it will come in handy and you will see why. So this is an image I generated in November with Midjourney version 4. And back then I wanted to have actually like a more wider image. So I took my Midjourney image to DALL-E 2. I outpainted it, which has become pretty expensive. It needs a lot of credits to get exactly what you want. And after that, I have to take it to Photoshop to do a little bit of color correcting, but also just basically editing everything that looks a little bit wonky. So now it's pretty exciting because I can do all of that directly in Photoshop. I'm going to show you how. So I'm just going to expand my image to whatever I'm kind of feeling. There's definitely too much from the top. I think this is going to be quite good to test with. So from here, I'm just going to do a selection and I'm going to overlap it a little bit with the image, just so it will blend a little bit better with the generated fill. All right, so here's my selection. And then down here, you can see in the new little bar, the Generative Fill button. You can also find it here when you go to Edit and here below the content aware fill. But I mean, it's the same thing. We're just gonna click on here. It then asks you to either describe what you would love to generate, or you can just like leave it blank. And let's click generate. Let's see what will happen. This is pretty exciting because in DALL-E 2, I would have to first go to the right side and then I would go to the left side, do a lot of inpainting in between because it just isn't seamless, or the left side doesn't quite look like the right side. Here we go. And this is what Generative Fill did to it. This is already pretty exciting. Like, you can definitely see he's in a supermarket and this is pretty good. All right, but focus. You always get 3 variations of your Generative Fill. So this is the first one. You can either swipe through here or here on the left navigation thingy in the properties. You can see all 3 of them. So this one I don't like as much, and this one is okay, but I do feel like I love this one the most. But for the sake of it, let's just regenerate it and see if it comes up with anything better than this. But I doubt it. This is pretty good. It's actually pretty good also to just kind of get the feel of the room, right? Like it kind of knew, just like the angle of the image. Oh, this one is pretty amazing too. Wow. Yeah, I still feel like I like this one the best. And you can also just like, here, for example, you can click it off, you can click it on again. And if you do click on the Generative Fill layer, you can see that the variations all pop up again. So if you do feel like changing your mind, you can just go ahead and select a different one, or you can just like regenerate, and it already has like the mask for it. You don't have to do anything. Let's see it with another picture. Here I found this image on Pexels, and I kind of like this dude actually kind of annoyed me in the image. So let's see if we can get rid of him. So with the subject selection tool, let's see if it gets it right. Yep, that's already pretty perfect. But I do want to expand the selection a little bit, just so it has a bit more pixels to work with. 20 could be enough, but let's make it 25. Yeah, that looks pretty good to me. And just, again, go to Generative Fill. I'm gonna leave it blank for now. Yeah, see, I would never have the patience to actually recreate that cow. And this is pretty impressive. I feel like this looks pretty good. Let's see if the first one or the last one. Honestly, both are pretty good, I feel like. Also, the lighting is absolutely amazing. If you look like just here at the horse and here the cow, it absolutely nailed the lighting in here. All right, let's try with the next image. So here I want to get rid of the ball, I want to get rid of that dog, but I also want to extend the image a little bit. So yeah, same. Let's go in here. I don't want to take away too much of the paw, because that's just like a learning from DALL-E 2, I guess. If you do take a little bit too much of the paw away, it doesn't really know what to do with the pattern or where to stop the pattern, kind of. But this is just me being a little bit overprotective, I guess. But yeah, let's just see. This didn't even take like 10 seconds, so this is perfect. I mean, done. Then let's go to the dog here. Since the background is a little bit blurry, I don't feel like we need to be too, like we don't need to be too exact here. But I do want to get the head here. And yeah, same. I don't need any prompt for this. It will just kind of do the content aware thing, and yeah, let's see what it will do. Right, so I hear there's a little bit of a weird overlap. Let's see what the other two can offer. Is that actually my bad? Oh, okay, no, that's not even a weird overlap. That's just how it is. I like this one. That looks good. All right. And actually, you know what? Let's extend the view of the little dog. Oh, that's 4x5. go ahead and add this much. So now it has to basically, recreate the little mountain, a sky. Again, I'm not going to use a prompt. Let's just see what Generative Fill can come up with here. I mean, this is perfect. This is really, really cute. So just for the sake of it, let's try and get a little cloud in there. So, blurry cloud. Not sure if we actually need to specify blurry, but I do feel like if I give it that direction, it will automatically know that it has like the depth of field. So let's see. Let's see if and how it works. Okay. I mean, yeah, this is not it. I mean, this one is, I guess, cute-ish. I mean, it's just as cute without it. Let's try a different thing. If we actually do more of a cloud shape, this. Okay, well, that didn't work. There's like a weird drone logo in there. We tried. It could be better. I mean, I do love this cloud. I feel like if we would generate this a bit more often, there's definitely gonna be something in there at some point that could work. I mean, that's kind of the thing with generative AI. It doesn't always get it right the first time, and sometimes it just needs a bit more clicks, and I mean, that's fine. It is still less of a pain for me to generate it, and it takes me 20 seconds instead of looking for cloud and having to actually Photoshop it in there and get like the right lighting with the background of the sky and everything. So this is pretty cool. I like this one. It has like a little movement in there. This is cute. And I mean, this was the start. That's pretty amazing. Another thing is if we now put this one down, for example. So now you can see it still has like the mask thingy, but if we go ahead and regenerate it, it will actually consider the whole background. So it doesn't depend on a layer you select. It just takes every layer below in consideration of the generation, if that makes sense. So yeah, I hope you can see this now, that it should actually consider the background. And yeah, I guess it's a bit of a stupid example with the cloud, right? It's not the best example, but I mean, you can see here that it did consider the background. It did try to make a little cloud in there. But I mean, it does make sense that this wasn't the best example. Here, I generated this a few days ago, and I do love the image, but it's cropped like super weirdly. Like, I want actually like the shoes of the dude like completely in there. So let's just see if it is good with, yeah, outpainting a bit more tricky stuff. So for example, here, for me, it would be very important for the shoes to be correct, to have the correct lighting in there. Also, the floor has some sort of pattern. Here you can see there's some reflection, shadowing of the table. So let's just go ahead and see how well it can handle it. Here I won't use a prompt. I will just see what it comes up with. And this is really putting it to the test. I do know that if using it with DALL-E 2, like the outpainting, it wouldn't do too well, especially with the pattern, but also with the shoes. It would just look weird, and I would... Well, okay, this is crazy. See, this is kind of mind-blowing, because I would never take the time to expand this image and to go ahead and actually do the reflection and everything. Like, this is insanely good. Like, you can see here, it's completely new that there's the reflection of the very shimmery floor here as well. The shoes are perfect, and even considering like the dude's legs and everything, this is amazing. Let's see the variations. Yeah, pretty good as well. I mean, all three of them are good. Like here, for example, it did a bit too long of like the table legs, so that's kind of weird, but I mean, that's the only thing. Here it's pretty good-ish. Like maybe the perspective isn't 100% there, but I would probably not even care too much. But this one is perfect. Like, I feel like all perspectives are correct. I mean, this is insane. I absolutely love it. That's so far my favorite one. That's pretty mind-blowing. Let's try another one. So yeah, here it's just a bit more of a fantasy thingy, whatever. Let's see if it can do like a cyberpunk city. Just like outpaint image here. Oop. Oh, still wrong. Here we go. I'm not gonna take in the light stuff there. Here, that's fine. Here I'm actually gonna say Cyberpunk City and see if it will work. I can see this really working with more fantasy-based images as well. I mean, it's absolutely perfect for retouching, especially if, for example, when you're shooting a wedding, there's always some child running around in the background or something like this. So instead of having to go in there and just like work with content aware tool and everything, this is gonna save you a ton of time. So this one isn't too mind-blowing. This one is pretty good. I like that one. And that one's probably even better. But I'm not mind blown. So let's just do it again. Because we can. Can even go ahead and actually do a better retouch of this thingy, because it just looks a little bit wonky. I feel like Midjourney did just some gibberish in there. Oh, see, this is cool. Never accept your first prompt. This is cool. Yeah, this is amazing too. I do feel like I like this one the best. Also, it really did consider the orange lighting. Like when we take it away again, you can see here that was like the orange lighting thingy. And it really did take it in consideration to put it also in the background in some sort. So it actually would make sense to be in the image. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love it. And yeah, here I just wanted to try a little something. So these are 2 images. Let's try and actually expand the living room here. I don't know how far we can go, but let's just say like this. Let's not, let's keep it blank and just see what it comes up with. I feel like there's a lot happening in the image already. So I feel like this could be a really, really tricky one. Okay, but it did well. I didn't expect it to do this well. Like, I would kind of feel like this would be hard to recreate. And I mean, even the pattern of the wallpaper is pretty good. I think I like this one the best. So let's take this one back in here and actually do a little bit of a mask here. Let's see how well it will do. Yes, with couch. And I'm gonna go a little bit in there. Get all the pixels. It's fine. It's 2 this way. Yeah, that will do it. Okay, let's mask it. Put it into the frame. And now I want to kind of blend it a little bit better with the picture below. So what I want to try is I like the couch a little bit better. See if it just like is able to blend it in. And then I'm gonna crop it up there, so I don't want to bother too much that one. Yeah, let's just see. I mean, it did something. Oh, this one's good. Oh, see, it even considered the shadowing of the table. Yeah, I feel like this one is the best. Also did a nice little smooth edge on here. Let's take it away again. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, there we go. We fused the little alien man here. Got off here a little bit. And there we go. That's the new Facebook header cover. Who still uses Facebook? No, but honestly, the generative fill has to be the most innovative tool that has been integrated to Photoshop since, I don't know, probably layers. It is really excitingly good, and it will save you so much time in editing, and it's mind-blowing. Like, we have come so far. This is actually insane, and I am beyond excited to further look into it and find out more. And I will definitely give another update in a week or 2 if I've been playing around with it a little bit more. I mean, it's only been around since today. So yeah. Let me know what you're gonna do with it, and please tag me on Twitter if you've used it, and I am really excited to see what everybody is doing with it. All right, have fun with it, and see ya.